The following sports presentation is brought to you by the PCTV Network, powered by TELUS Vision, your hometown station. We're home for you.
It's Earth's Little Heaven, the PCTV Network. PCTV Network, your hometown station. We're home for you. That's our slogan, but I dare adjust. And it's the truth, and it fits best. The PCTV Network, your #1 source for local sports, with your favorite hosts, Bernie, Dave, Al, and Scott. The PCTV Network, we're home for you. It's more than a slogan, it's all true. Local programming, stream 24/7, the PCTV Network. It's Earth's Little Heaven, the PCTV Network. Check out channels 22, 28, and 98. Tune in, it's sure to be great. The PCTVnetwork.com, The PCTVnetwork.com, The PCTVnetwork.com, Make sure you support PCTV Network, PCTVnetwork.com, your hometown station.
The PCTV Network proudly presents Pioneer Athletic Conference Baseball. Today, the Pope John Paul Golden Panthers host the Pottstown Trojans. Hi, everybody. I'm Steve Karabatis alongside Bernie Gallagher, and it is an absolutely gorgeous Friday afternoon here. Almost summer-like, Bernie. What do you think? What do you think these guys are going to do in the summertime weather?
Well, in the words of the great Harry Callis, it's a glorious day for baseball. And my brain operating still like a coach, I'm going to compartmentalize. That part of my brain's great. Feel the sun, it's nice to be outside. But the other part is the analytics. And you know I'm an analytics guy. You got warm air, low humidity, aluminum bats, brand new balls, especially early in the game. The wind's blowing out to center field, only 370 to center. So an announcer's dream, Steve. I hope you get to call it. Out of here, dinger, homer.
You know, that reminds me, Bernie, I should grab my hat because I didn't bring a glove, but we're going to need something to catch these balls flying out of here today. So let's talk about the visiting team first. We got Pottstown. They've struggled a little bit this year out of the gate, and they're here now trying to right the ship. What do you think of them?
Well, the Trojans head coach, Chris Petro, in his 4th season, has done a fantastic job. He brings a new energy to the program. This is a guy that really loves the game. His kids play hard. They play with enthusiasm. And at the top of their lineup, the very first batter we'll see in the top of the first inning, Gabe Hicks is one of the top players in the league. A really good leadoff hitter, an on-base machine. He comes into today's game with a batting average of .357. And get this, on the bases, 14 out of 14 for stolen bases. But I think the big key for Pottstown is small ball, to manufacture runs. Bunt, sacrifice, run and hit and run. Take that extra base, suicide squeeze, the forgotten safety squeeze. Whatever it takes to bleed a few runs out, they are the prohibitive underdog. If they can find a way to manufacture some runs, it gives them a much better chance.
And you mentioned Gabe Hicks. That 14 stolen bases is 9th in all of Pennsylvania high school ball right now.
Yeah, and he combine that with a good eye at the plate. He's got a lot of walks, and he's hitting .357.
So Pope John Paul, the home team here, coming off a dramatic extra inning victory at Methacton the other day, 8-7. What do you think of them?
Charlie DeLuzio, also in his 4th year as the head coach, I just had a nice conversation with him. He has done a tremendous job. There is a championship mentality down here in Royersford, whether it's football, basketball, whatever sport it is. He brings it to this baseball team. Last year, 11-10, made the district playoffs. This year, off to a red-hot start. 5-2. The district seedings just came out. They are #1 in all of District 1, Class 4A. And really, the catalyst for this team right now is Brendan Kenning. And you might recognize that name from that divisional champion football team. Outstanding wide receiver. He is a guy that can flat out hit the ball, and he is a Gold Glove first baseman, and he's a 4-year starter. And I think the key for them is pitching and defense. Pitching, pound the strike zone, work ahead, keep the ball low, field your position, and then defense. Bunt mechanics, cutoff mechanics, backing up. All these little things add up to the end to the runs at the end of the game. The bottom line, Steve, being blessed to have been a coach in this rivalry for many years, To me, in my brain, it's old school Pius Pottstown, sprinkling some Kennedy Kenrick, Norristown energy, divisional foes. We're now in a divisional setup in baseball for the first time, so it should be very exciting. And there are playoff implications already. Pottstown Class 5A, Pope John Paul Class 4A, especially for Pope John Paul. If they win today, not only do they get a division win in their league, but they get regular win points and they get bonus points for defeating a larger school.
And you mentioned football as well. Chase France, who's been out with a football injury, will be making his first start today at third base for the Pope. And he was all division last year as a freshman.
Well, I was down in the dugout, and the football players recognized me because we did a lot of games this year, and they're just a really fun group to be around. I was fortunate to go to Catholic school for 12 years. They pray together before the game. They're close-knit. This is a nice-looking team for Class 4A. They can make some noise in states if they stay healthy.
I think we're going to have a fun time today, Bernie. Join us.
Looking for family-friendly, pet-friendly, waterproof floors? Carpet One has you covered. With a huge selection of waterproof flooring, including luxury vinyl, laminate, tile, and introducing Oath by Resista, the next generation of waterproof carpets. Soft, lush, and ultra-tough. Spill, soil, and bleach resistant. With a 10-year no exclusions warranty. Carpet One Floor and Home, your choice for waterproof flooring.
Hi, it's Rob with Keystone Window. Inflation got you? Make sure you call those other companies with free windows. When you call, ask if you can get the free ones first, just to make sure it's such a great deal. That'll get them scrambling. We will never inflate prices just to say free. Keystone's Energy Star windows installed for up to $80 off. I will save you thousands. Call Keystone Window today, 267-308-2500. Better windows and honest price.
Need new windows, pick up the phone. Keystone.
At O'Donnell, Weiss & Mattei, our team approach makes all the difference.
Business law is complex because it's easy to make costly mistakes. OWM is able to handle any area of law that a business or individual in our community needs.
We are the ones who are uniquely talented and uniquely positioned to do that for your benefit. That's what drives me to come to work every day.
OWM Law.
Your life, your business, your law firm.
We are getting ready here for the first pitch between the Pope John Paul Golden Panthers and the Pottstown Trojans. Steve Karabatis alongside Bernie Gallagher. We have the lineup here for you. For Pottstown, leading off, the left fielder, number 25, Gabe Hicks. Batting second, number 4, the catcher, Sean Pillay. Batting third, and wearing number 3, the shortstop, Evan Drucker. Batting fourth and playing third base, number 12, Gage Colvin. Batting fifth, number 8, the right fielder, Reese Murphy. Batting sixth and pitching, number 31, David Mikevich. Batting seventh and playing in center field, number 3, Daniel Simons. Batting eighth and playing at first base, number 13, Kyle Corbin. And batting ninth and playing at second base, number 22, Austin Durstein. That's Hicks, Pillay, Drucker, Colvin, Murphy, Mikevich, Simons, Corbin, Durstein. We'll give you the lineup for Pope John Paul when we get to the bottom of the first. As we work our way around the diamond, though, for Pope John Paul, we have in right field TJ Pacella, in center field Noah Brandt, and in left field Luke Terleski. At third base, making his first start of the season, as we mentioned in the pregame, Chase France. At shortstop, Angelo Fiorella. At second base, Frank DeMeo. And at first base, Brendan Kenning. Your battery, the catcher, Brendan Chaikota. And your pitcher, with the first pitch, called a strike, is A.J. Diodesio. And we're underway at exactly 3:58 p.m. It is 85 degrees. Second pitch, called a strike.
Got good velocity right away here. Now, good showdown. One of the top pitchers in the league against one of the top hitters in the league to start the ball game off.
0-2. Struck him out swinging on 3 pitches. One away.
Man, I'll tell you, that's surprising. Hicks rarely strikes out. He's got some great velocity. He's keeping the ball low. He's establishing that downward plane, high release point, low target.
That'll bring up Sean Pillay, the catcher. He's a sophomore. And the first pitch is a strike.
Pillay is also an outstanding basketball player for the Trojans.
Fouls it off. 0-2, quickly. D'Adesio working rather quickly as well. And here's the 0-2 pitch to Pillay. And that is grounded to second. And over to first. It's Diameo to Kenning. 2 away.
So he's working ahead in the count. He's throwing hard, and he's keeping the ball low. I mean, sometimes the simplest thing is in any sport, in baseball, keep the ball low and you'll be successful as a pitcher.
Evan Drucker now batting, the shortstop. And that is a ball.
Now, we don't have a jugs gun, but I got a pretty good gauge on miles per hour. He's in the low 80s. For high school, that's excellent.
Sure. Talked to the coach before the game. He's going to throw an inning or two, and then we'll cede to other pitchers. Ball in the dirt.
Low to mid 80s at the high school level. Most guys are going to have trouble catching up to that.
He'll be starting on Monday against Phoenixville. They want to get him some work here in between games.
There are rules in the PIAA for how many innings you can pitch, how many days of rest you have in between outings. It's based on innings, not pitch count.
Yeah, I find that interesting.
I know. I always found that interesting.
And here's D'Adesio's pitch. And a strike swinging.
So he's establishing early. He's going to set up with his fastball. Until they can catch up to it, why bother going with the off-speed stuff?
Drucker's batting .250. He does have a double on the season. And he swung at one in the dirt. Picked up by the catcher, thrown down to first base. Chikota to Kenning, and that is the final out of the inning. And for the inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, none left. At the end of a half an inning, it's Pottstown 0, Pope John Paul coming to bat.
Butter Valley Golf Course, conveniently located in the quiet rural setting of Valley, PA, just off Route 100. One of the nicest, most affordable 18-hole course in the region. With changing elevations, challenging greens, and scenic fairways, golfers of all ability levels are sure to enjoy their round. Butter Valley Golf Course is a great place to enjoy the game of golf with friends or family, young and old alike. Grab some buddies and grab a meal at the Runway Grill before or after your round. Butter Valley Golf Course.
At O'Donnell, Weiss & Mattei, our team approach makes all the difference.
Negotiating and evaluating the strengths and weaknesses of a case are one of the most important aspects of family law.
The team approach gives you a competitive advantage, and there's a lot at stake, so you need an experienced family lawyer.
I'm here to lay out all your options so that you can make the most informed choice. I feel really great when a client says to me, I couldn't have done it without you.
OWM Law.
Your life,
your business, your law firm.
At Superior Credit Union, we believe in growing stronger together. So we provide products and services to fit your financial needs and accommodate your busy lifestyle. With convenient services like home banking, e-deposits, account alerts, and a free coin counter for members. Come see why Superior Credit Union is growing. Visit any one of our 3 locations in Collegeville, Royersford, and our brand new location in Pottstown. Superior Credit Union.
We're back here at Pope John Paul. Is there a name for this stadium, Bernie? Do you know?
Not yet.
Okay.
They are currently looking at possible sponsorship. Anyone interested, you want to sponsor a baseball field right here in Royersford, Pope John Paul.
Okay, so we're here in Royersford, Pope John Paul Golden Panthers with a perfect 1-2-3 inning to start off this game. And their lineup will be leading off, number 5, the second baseman, Frank DeMeo. He's a senior. Batting second, number 12, the center fielder, Noah Brandt, Jr. Then the captain batting third, Brendan Kenning, number 25. He's at first base. He's a senior. Making his first start of the season, Chase France, number 33, at third base, a sophomore. Batting fifth, A.J. Diodesio. He's the pitcher and a sophomore, number 6. Then the DH, Billy Fitzgerald, number 26, is batting seventh. He's a senior. He's batting sixth. Batting seventh, T.J. Bocella, the right fielder, a junior, number 17. Number 32, Luke Terleski, batting eighth, playing left field. And then finally, the catcher, Brendan Chakota, batting ninth, number 15. So our pitcher is Mikavich. And David Mikavich, oh, there's a first pitch bunt, right down the line, picked up, foul.
That's that small ball I was talking about. The grass has not been cut recently. This is a bunter's paradise right now.
So as I was alluding earlier, Mikavich has a 2.10 ERA. He has just not been helped by some fielding in the back. But Pottstown got it together in the last game. Some pretty good fielding in the last game. See if they can carry it over to this game. Ball one.
Yeah, this kid leading off, he's a captain. He's a 4-year starter. Very cerebral player, DeMeo.
Mikavich goes into the windup and the 1-1 pitch. Low and outside, 2-1.
Boy, how about these climatic conditions? 84 degrees, low humidity. The wind is blowing out to center field at 9 miles per hour. It is a hitter's paradise. You get something up early in the game with an aluminum bat and a new ball, it's out of here. I don't know about left field line, though. It's 380 to left, 370 to center, 330 to right.
I didn't see Dave Kingman in the lineup, so I'm doubting anyone's going to hit one out to left
380
today.
is a jack. I mean, a lot of some of the major league parks are 325 down the line. So, but I'm talking center field 370. That's very doable. You get a high fly ball with this wind, it's going to go.
DeMeo draws a 5-pitch walk, and so he heads on down to first base. We'll just bring up the center fielder, Noah Brandt.
Yeah, this Brandt kid, he's a Rhode Island commit. Runs very well, and he's got some pop. You get something middle into him, he's going to jack it.
Oh, and he's batting .440, by the way. So pitching from the stretch for the first time. Mikavich throws to first. Back in time, DeMeo.
Yeah, Chris Petro, the coach of Pottstown, I had an opportunity to work with him as a teaching partner for 5 years. Down to earth, positive guy, never one hiccup in 5 years over anything, just so easy to get along with, and he loves baseball.
DeMeo takes off, and it's fouled.
Yeah, I'm going to run until you start throwing people out. First inning, I don't even care, you scout me, you know I'm running early. Until your catcher starts throwing people out, it's run, run, run.
Well, Pope John Paul has 24 steals so far this year, so to that end, they're probably going to be doing that.
Well, Kenning, he's 14 out of 14 stealing.
Here's the pitch. Going again. And they got him. That was
wow,
a very nice play.
Throw,
Great
man.
throw
wow.
by Pelé.
Jeez.
To nab the stealing DeMeo. So,
surprising.
Score that, caught stealing 2-6, and there's one away.
That's what Pottstown needs, something to get them motivated early.
Mikavich still pitching from the stretch, and the pitch. And that is jacked to left field and deep, and oh, it looked like it went under the fence. And yeah, that is exactly what happened. So he's going to get a double out of that. It actually bounced at the base of the fence and went under. So a double for Noah Brandt.
Boy, I got to give the umpire all the credit in the world. That was a matter of inches. From his vantage point, with no instant replay, he made the correct call. That ball bounced there. Some umps who would have thought it's out of here.
Yeah, that's the 4th double of the season for Noah Brandt. Leads the team with that in doubles. And I'll bring up the captain, the first baseman, number 25, senior Brendan Kenning.
Well, here's the guy I talked about. 357 batting average, on-base machine. He's got power. He runs well. Outstanding wide receiver off that football team.
So Mikavich gets the sign, squares. Long pause, steps off.
Fortunately, there's no pitch timer and no pillow bases.
Well, Bernie, we can talk about how high school ball is more big league than major league ball if you like. I'm sure you agree with me right now.
Yep, something that's been around, you know, almost 150 years, and you're going to make those semi-major changes. I do like that it speeds the game up a little. The spring training games were 26 minutes shorter than last year.
That's outside.
He's trying to turn over that cutter, kind of a cutter slurve, half curve, half slider. With first base open and a dangerous hitter like Kenning, you already have one out on the nice throw. I'm not going to give him anything to hit.
Yeah, Kenning leads the team in hits with 12. That's a called strike.
That's a smart hitter. Why swing at a pitch that is not in your zone? You got to know what you're looking for. You're up there, you're looking dead red, fastball, middle in, look for it. If it's not there, don't swing. Take a strike.
And the pitch. He does swing at that and strikes out. That's two away.
Wow, excellent job. He's working that high outside. That's the target that a lot of pitchers forget about. A lot of them go high and tight, low and away. He went high and away 2 times in a row.
And that'll bring up number 33, the third baseman, Chase France. As we mentioned earlier, all division as a freshman last year, but only 2 at-bats this year, slowed by a football injury. That's outside for ball 1. So Pope John Paul more than happy to have Chase back in the lineup.
Yeah, to make the all-league team as a freshman, this kid is something special. He's batting in that 4-hole as a sophomore.
Bernie, not only was he the only freshman on the list, there were no sophomores on the list. Everybody else was a junior and a senior.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. Yeah, today is his first game after the injury. Boy, they had a heck of a football team. They were undefeated most of the season. Lost a tight game in the conference championship to a very good Perk Valley team, but they were divisional champions.
Mm-hmm. And he pops it up in the infield. First baseman under it and makes the catch. So Corbin with the catch. And we have no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. At the end of 1 inning, we're tied at 0-0.
Welcome to the beautiful historic Reading Country Club, now open to the public. Play the same course that Snead, Hogan, and Hagen played. Designed back in 1923 by renowned golf architect Alex Finlay, the Reading has 18 championship holes. Now, after your round, just stop on by the Patio Grill for delicious food and a nice ice-cold beverage. Why not book your organization's next outing at the Reading Country Club? Hey, and by the way, check out the weekly exciting leagues. It's memorable now at the Reading. For more information, just check out the website, readingccgolf.com.
For more than 50 years, Pottstown Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery has served its community with expert dental care, offering patients dental implants and a full menu of procedures for many types of dental problems, including bone grafting, wisdom teeth, impacted canines, facial trauma, jaw surgery, oral pathology, TMJ disorders, and sleep apnea. Get the smile you've always wanted. Contact Pottstown Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery today.
Superior Credit Union, we believe in growing stronger together. So we provide products and services to fit your financial needs and accommodate your busy lifestyle. With convenient services like home banking, e-deposits, account alerts, and a free coin counter for members. Come see why Superior Credit Union is growing. Visit any one of our 3 locations in Collegeville, Royersford, and our brand new location in Pottstown. Superior Credit Union.
I'm here today with Rick Pennypacker, who next week on April 22nd at 12 o'clock noon at Pottsgrove High School is going to be inducted into the Pottsgrove Athletic Hall of Fame. This is Rick's first year of eligibility, and we could find no better choice than our first coach that will go into the class of 2023. Rick, spent a lot of years together. How you feeling about Nick? I know you've been put into a whole bunch of Hall of Fames, but what does this one mean to you?
Well, Gary, you know this one. I take a lot of pride in Pottsgrove, and this one means a lot to me. But as all of these awards that I get, it's not about me. It's about Pottsgrove football. It's about, you know, my coaches, my players, my parents, you, and the administration at Pottsgrove. You know, everybody up there was just perfect, and that's the reason why I'm going into this Hall of Fame.
Well, you're also going in for 230-some wins, most in PAC and the conference overall for the career. You're going in for a whole bunch of reasons, and one, that you took care of kids for 20-plus years at Pottsgrove. And, you know, I was there after you left, and I'm not sure that, you know, this is a big statement. I'm not sure that you could ever be replaced. Now, I'm not saying this to your face to kiss your butt, but I'm telling you, like, it's definitely missed your mentality, and so it's a great honor for all of us.
Well, I appreciate that, Gary, but you know, I didn't make one tackle, I didn't run 1 yard, and I didn't you know, throw one pass. I had great players, I had great assistants, and you know,
you yelled a lot at the end.
I sure did. You know, and one of the things that my whole thing was, you know, I was taught by Coach Bowden in West Virginia that the biggest mistake is a mistake that's not corrected, and you know, I tried to correct some of your mistakes, and you correct more of my mistakes than ever. I've never been told so many things about myself. You did this wrong, you did that wrong, but you know, we got along. It was a great time. It was a great experience, and I love Pottsgrove. It was just a great time for me up there.
Well, I think next Saturday, Brian Shallcross, Michael Bauer, Bob Gingrich, and Bernadette Diaz. It's a tremendous class, along with Rick, and we're looking forward. It is open to the public. Anyone can come, get some lunch. It starts at 12 noon. We'll have an induction ceremony in the library. Then we'll move down to the gym and unveil their plaques and have them say a few words to everybody. But congratulations again, well earned, and we look forward to next Saturday.
Well, this Hall of Fame is unlike anything else I've been around. You know, I don't think any other high school around this area has this. So. And Bobby Gingrich, I put him in the Hall of Fame because I played defense against him. He always scored 40 points on me. But.
All right. Thank you. See you next week.
And the pitcher, David Minkevich, is batting. We'll get you caught up on a couple batters here in a moment. But there is a runner on first base. That runner is Reese Murphy. There is one out. And the first pitch to Minkevich is off the catcher's glove. And Murphy scoots on down to second.
And while we were interviewing Coach Pennypacker, and congratulations to Coach Pennypacker, what a great guy to work with during football season as well. But Brendan Kenning, the star first baseman, went down to an injury. He was in considerable pain. He is still in the game. We'll have to keep an eye on that injury.
Gage Colvin was first pitch swinging, grounded it to the shortstop, Fiorella, and Fiorella threw to first, and as Colvin was tearing up the line, he stepped on Kenning, spiked him, and they paused the game for a little bit.
Yeah, he's in pain right now. He's favoring. He's not putting any weight on that foot at first base.
And swing and a miss by Minkevich. So then Reese Murphy followed up with a hard ground ball off the glove of the second baseman DeMeo.
I'll score that a hit.
I did too.
Thanks to Tracy Rarich, the athletic director here at Pope John Paul, always making us feel very welcome.
Swinging strike two, evens the count at 2-2 to Minkevich.
That's a good thing. That means they're sounding genuine and innocent.
This is D'Adesio's second and probably final inning of work. Ball 3.
Also, a big shout out to the Pope John Paul girls volleyball team. We had been following them during football season. Steve, they went on and won the state title.
And that is hit hard to right field and over the right fielder's head. That's past Bocella, down into the corner. Coming around second to score is Reese Murphy, and into second with a stand-up double is David Mikavich. 1-0 Pottstown.
Great start for the Trojans. Solid contact. Hit it where it's pitched. Throw your hands at the ball. He barreled that out to right field, and that was a hit all the way.
For Mikavich, his first double of the season, and that'll bring up Daniel Simons, the senior, the center fielder. And the first pitch to Simons, swing and a miss, strike one.
Simons will play in a pretty good baseball program down at Montgomery County Intermediate Community College, so he will be attending there. He's already committed, and he is a senior with distinguished academic honors.
Simons also leads the team with 11 strikeouts as a pitcher, not as a batter.
Yeah, one of your seniors, your senior leadership, whatever the sport may be, is so critical to your path to success.
And the 1-1 pitch to Simons, swing and a miss, strike two.
These bats are aluminum, but they're not the old aluminum. Maybe 10, 15 years ago, they were -5, which meant a 34-inch bat could weigh only 29 ounces, generating considerable bat speed. Now it's a -3. So if you got a 34-inch bat, it's going to weigh 31 ounces.
Simons fouls it back, and the count remains 1-2.
And that's about equivalent to a wood bat. The only thing is you don't get the cracked bat syndrome.
I was down watching some college ball down at Liberty University a couple weeks ago, and I noticed some of the players were using wooden bats. Here's the pitch to Simons, and I think he went on a pitch in the dirt. He did. Catcher Chikota tags him for the second out of the inning.
Yeah, a lot of the leagues, so I've played adult ball, I played baseball for 45 years, but a lot of the leagues were wooden bat leagues, and you'll see a lot of the summer leagues, Legion tournaments and what have you, using the wooden bat.
And that'll be all for the Adeza. And we were told that this is all he would throw is, an inning or two. So 1 2/3 innings here for him. They'll bring in a new pitcher for him.
Hi, I'm Joe, and this is Chris, and many of you know us. And we'd like to welcome you to our new showroom here at 618 North Reading Avenue in Boyertown, where we offer Kohler faucets, Moen faucets as well, vanities, tubs, and many accessories.
Here we have an operating, high-efficiency, Energy Star rated American Standard furnace combined with a variable speed AC condenser. Let us install one today to start saving you money throughout the heating and cooling season.
Here at Patriot, we now offer kitchen and bath designs.
So come visit us today at 618 North Reading Avenue or visit our website at www.patriotnp.com.
Yakalak Construction, serving the Tri-County area since 1946. Family owned, free estimates, all types of concrete work, sidewalks, foundations, steps, curbs, and more. Professional service and quality. Give them a call, 610-323-8134.
Hey, welcome back, everyone. We are pleased to be joined by the athletic director here at Pope John Paul II in Royersford, Tracy Rarich. Tracy, great to see you. We always feel so welcome when we come down here.
We love when you come.
And before we talk about a really important program you're promoting down here, I've been following that girls volleyball team last fall, and I see they went all the way, state champs.
The first volleyball state championship beat North Catholic in 5 sets. It was a great match. The girls are great, and we're only losing 5 players, so hopefully can get a repeat next year.
Wow, that's so exciting. Now today we're going to talk a little bit about the program called Strikeout Cancer. Tell us a little bit about that.
So this is the second year we've done this event. In 2020, Coach DeLuzio was actually diagnosed with melanoma and colon cancer, and one of our team parents last year was diagnosed with cancer as well, so the kids wanted to get together and do something just to support a good cause. Our school has a history of doing Panthers versus Cancer in the fall with volleyball, so we're donating to the same group. It's the Bott Cancer Center from Holy Redeemer. We've been donating there since 2015, and since that time the school, Pope John Paul, and our community and student body have donated over $57,000 to their cancer center.
So if the person at home watching at home wants to get involved and help fight cancer, what would they do?
So all the students that wanted to dress down today donated money to the dress down day. We're selling baked goods, and they can always just submit a donation that says Strike Out Cancer, and we'll send it over to Bott.
Wow, that's awesome. Well, you do a great job down here. We have great weather every time we come down here, and I hear that Coach Pennypacker, I believe, was at your wedding too. He was telling me he had a great time. I hope he didn't cause too much of a stir.
No, he was an angel. Yeah.
Tracy Rarich, Athletic Director at Pope John Paul II.
Thanks, guys.
At O'Donnell, Weiss & Mattei, our team approach makes all the difference.
Negotiating and evaluating the strengths and weaknesses of a case are one of the most important aspects of family law.
The team approach gives you a competitive advantage, and there's a lot at stake, so you need an experienced family lawyer.
I'm here to lay out all your options so that you can make the most informed choice. I feel really great when a client says to me, I couldn't have done it without you.
OWM Law.
Your life,
Your business, your law firm.
This is the year you're going to improve your game. No excuses. And the pros at Blackwood Golf Academy are here to help. With their 23-acre all-grass driving range, full-service pro shop, and computerized swing analysis, Blackwood Golf Academy will get your game up to par. Need lessons? Individual and group instruction with head pro Chris Carr will shave strokes off your game and make you the envy of your next foursome. Blackwood Golf Academy, a country club setting open to the public, adjacent to Blackwood Golf Course in Douglasville.
So Pope John Paul got out of the second inning without any further damage. Kyle Corbin hit one on a line, but right to the right fielder, Terleski, excuse me. And so that ended the inning. And it was 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left. And Pottstown has a 1-0 lead as we start off the bottom of the second with A.J. Diodesio.
Yeah, if you had told Coach Chris Petro that it would be 1-0 early on, and their best pitcher is done, I think he would take that. It's a nice start for the Trojans.
Here's one lined hard into left field for a base hit. And Diodesio is a lead-off base runner.
Yeah, he's batting .333 on the year, and of course, one of the top pitchers in the conference.
That'll bring up the DH, Billy Fitzgerald. Billy is a senior. Ball thrown back.
He's got some pop. He's got a couple homers already.
He does. 4 hits on the season, 2 of them home runs.
And the wind's picking up a little bit, about 12 miles an hour now, to dead center.
Fouled back.
You get one up in the air, you get every announcer's dream. Out of here.
I'll have to work on my home run call. I don't know what I would say.
Yeah, there's a few. I hope you get a chance. Ran into a North Coventry cop at Wawa. He said, "You called my home run 10 years ago." He said, "You said, forget about it." He goes, "Thank you."
Mikiewicz's pitch in the dirt, and scooting on down to second base is Diodesio.
Yeah, both teams have heavy schedules coming up the next 8-9 days. You're talking 5 games in 9 days. So you're going to go deep into your pitching staff.
Here's the pitch, and it's lifted into center field. It's going to go over Simon's head and all the way to the fence. Coming around third to score is Diodesio. Chugging into third base, Fitzgerald. 1-1.
It's so deep in that alley, you almost had a chance to call an inside the park home run. If it wasn't for the quick reaction defensively by Pottstown, we'd have had our first ever inside the Parker on PCTV.
Yeah, Simons did get to the ball in a hurry. Got it in, hit the cutoff, so everything went well there. But Fitzgerald with a stand-up triple, and that'll bring up the right fielder, TJ Bocella.
They're going to play shortstop's up, second base cheating up. Aggressive defensive call.
Here's the pitch. Inside, ball one.
They're going to try to cut that run off. Got to finish that 11-5 breaking ball, chop down, get that rotation on it.
And here's the pitch. Low again, 2-0.
My son asked me, what makes a ball curve? I said, did you ever hear of Bernoulli's principle in science class?
I remember watching videos on Bernoulli's principle.
There you go. Look it up. Google it. That's what makes a baseball curve.
Fouled away.
Just amazing, though. You look at the major leagues, which I watch every night, and, you know, in the old days, you had a fastball and a curve. Then the slider came. Then the cutter. And now the split. The split is a deadly, filthy pitch. I just, as a hitter, yeah, good luck.
I read an article the other day. There's a handful of pitchers throwing something entirely different. One of them Ohtani. So we'll see what that is. Maybe they'll come up with a name for that one. 3-1 to Bocella.
45 years of pitching. I played around with the split. You got to have big hands, and it's just hard to control. So I found I had better control with my spitter.
Full count.
I'm not going to lie. Back in the day, it was part of the game. All the other guys were doing it in the adult leagues. I was like, why not? They're not going to call it.
Not going to say you did. Not going to say you didn't.
Had my Vitalis hair gel on.
Mikavich, full count pitch to Bocella. Struck him out swinging. One away. That'll bring up the left fielder, sophomore Luke Terleski.
Well, here you go. One of my favorite athletes, that all-star quarterback off the football team, had the big home run the other day to win the game. Still not 100% coming off an injury, but he played varsity as a freshman 1 year ago.
Yeah, the outfielder is definitely giving him room.
Big, tall kid. I was down on the field in pre-games for football, and he's all a 6'3". Put a little more weight on that frame. He's getting a heavy look from college football scouts.
Mikavich into the stretch and the pitch. Outside.
But his touchdown to interception ratio was outstanding. I don't have his stats in front of me, but, you know, the kid threw 30-some touchdowns to maybe 5 interceptions on the year. Had a great season, and they have him for 2 more years.
It's amazing. Some of the youth on this team is tremendous.
Yeah, this is the youngest group I've seen at Pope John Paul. And, you know, there's a cross-sectional between football, basketball, baseball. Scott Reed, the new football coach, has brought a great energy. There's just a lot of good stuff going on down here on this campus.
And the pitch. Grounded right back to the pitch. Oh, got past him, but the runner going home. Here's the throw to home. Safe.
Tremendous base running.
So 4-3 on the putout, but it does drive the run home. 2-1, Pope John Paul.
Yeah, he waited for the throw to first. Clearly had the break. Knew he was not going to pull a Chase Utley, where you fake the throw to first and gun him out at home, as only Chase could do.
Well, it's a good play by Durstein to get the out at first. And with 2 away, nobody on base, it'll bring up the catcher, Brendan Chikota. And this is Brendan's 6th at bat of the year. He's a spot starter at catcher. And grounded down to third, past the third baseman, foul.
Yeah, he's very good defensively. He's got a really strong arm. And he's the type of guy, personality, probably be a coach someday, which is what you like in a catcher. going to take charge out there, get all your defensive rotations in place. You know, your catcher is like a quarterback on a football team.
The regular catcher, Dylan Simeon, getting a break today. And here's the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike two.
Yeah, Coach DeLuzio, the coach for Pope John Paul, a Norristown grad, works for People magazine. Maybe we'll get an article.
Oh. And the pitch. It hit him.
See, they're going to argue he didn't try to get out of the way, but that's right between the shoulder blades. You go left or right, it doesn't matter. You're going to get hit, but Pottstown coach is going to let the ump know about it. I always argued because you knew you wanted to get the next call. You know he's not going to change the call. He's having a little conversation with the staff there.
And that'll recycle the lineup back up to Frank DeMeo, who is currently the pitcher. Came in to pitch the last third of the second inning and wipe out the threat.
He does not look runnerish on first base. But now you coached for a lot of years. You coached softball. I coached baseball. You had a few conversations with the umpire in the day, I'm sure.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Were you ever tossed?
No, never tossed.
I was never tossed, but in my very final game at Sundstrom Field, I was remanded to the dugout. He said, "You're remanded." I said, "I don't know what remanded means." He said, "You're in the dugout for the rest of the game." I couldn't coach third base.
Oh, okay.
I said, well, at least I didn't get tossed.
Well, I once tried to hand the umpire the baseball, and another hit batsman here. So DeMeo, with a walk and a hit by pitch, officially 0 for 0, but an on-base average of 1,000.
That's what you like.
That'll bring up the center fielder Noah Brandt. He doubled his first time up.
Yeah, this kid's a player. Got a chance to expand here.
And here's the pitch. Outside.
Going with that breaking ball, but he's dropping his elbow a little bit. It's flat. You got to get on top of that thing. Pope John Paul, on paper, very good baseball team. You got to keep that thing down in the zone or they're going to hurt you.
And it is down in the zone, but it's inside.
He's got to work on his mechanics a little bit, bend that back leg, drop and drive, get those hips involved.
Minkevich behind Brandt, 2-0. Runners at first and second, 2 out. Strike one.
That's a good take. You know, there were a lot of games I would tell my team we're all taking a strike all day until I change it. Some games take 2 strikes. At Boyertown, there's a rumor sometimes you take 3 strikes. That's how you win 23 state championships.
Strike two. 2-2.
But our area, Steve, is just, I would say, the strongest sector of the state in baseball. You look at Norchester, Spring City, Boyertown, now Pope John Paul won the state title in 2014. Phoenixville won a state title. Upper Perk made the state semifinal. Like, you know, this area is just loaded with baseball talent.
And Upper Perk's Tim Meza had a save the other day for the Toronto Blue Jays.
Tim Meza coming off, I guess it's 2 years now, Tommy John surgery. He's throwing faster than he did before the surgery. I heard it adds 2 miles per hour. I was thinking about getting it.
I was thinking too. Maybe I'll get both arms. Runners going on the 3-2 pitch, and it's ball 4. That'll load up the bases for Brendan Kenning.
Yeah, Meza played for Millersville. He was All-American for Millersville, but what a great job scouting for Toronto to find a kid at the Division II level and making us proud. Upper Perk, Tim Meza, Major League Baseball. And the greatest hitting catcher ever came from our area, a guy named Mike Piazza.
Mike Piazza, I heard it.
Not bad.
So Kenning with the bases loaded and a chance to do some serious damage. Here's the pitch, and it's ripped into left field, but right at the left fielder, Hicks, and that will end the inning. So for the inning, 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, 3 left. We go into the 3rd inning. It's Pope John Paul 2, Pottstown 1.
At O'Donnell, Weiss & Mattei, our team approach makes all the difference.
At OWM, the criminal litigators that we have here are all very experienced courtroom attorneys.
You want to have a lawyer who's experienced, who's been in the courtroom, who's argued in front of a jury, who's faced judges, to be able to help you and represent you and make sure your rights are secure.
That's experience that you can't just get at other firms. You need to get it here at OWM.
OWM Law.
Your life, your business, your law firm.
Looking for family-friendly, pet-friendly waterproof floors? Carpet One has you covered. With a huge selection of waterproof flooring, including luxury vinyl, laminate, tile, and introducing Oath by Resista, the next generation of waterproof carpets. Soft, lush, and ultra tough. Spill, soil, and bleach resistant. With a 10-year no exclusions warranty. Carpet One Floor and Home, your choice for waterproof flooring.
Pope John Paul leads 2-1 as we head to the top of the 3rd. And leading off for Pottstown, the number 9 hitter, second baseman Austin Durstein. This is Frank DeMeo. He got the last out of the 2nd inning, starts the 3rd with a ball in the dirt.
Another freshman, this time Pottstown, number 22, the second baseman, Austin Durstein. Loves baseball, plans on playing in college, only in 9th grade, starting varsity.
Mayo's pitch is a strike. 1-1. Thank you. Oh. Can you get the umpires' names for us? Thank you. Strike 2.
Chris Petro, the head coach at Pottstown. I taught algebra with his wife Kim at the Pottstown Middle School. What a great family. And their son Mason is in 3rd grade. He plays on the Boyertown travel team. They go to all the Phillies games. They're just a baseball family, and got to meet young Mason, and yeah, of course had his Phillies jersey on.
So Durstein, only his 4th plate appearance of the season. And here's the pitch to him. And goes down swinging, 1 away.
Little drop down on the arm slot. Arm slot is critical in pitching. They're so used to that 3/4 arm slot. He dropped down to more of a 3 o'clock arm slot, and you could see the hitter's left shoulder came off immediately.
That'll bring up the leadoff hitter Gabe Hicks, who struck out on 3 pitches to lead off the game.
It's the guy I talked about in the pregame. In my humble opinion, one of the top players in the league. See if he can do a little damage here.
Well, you know if he gets on base, he's going to be stealing, so it'll be exciting to see if he can get on.
Will there even be a throw?
That's a called strike, 1-1.
Good eye, good location. You swing, you hit that ball, it's a ground ball to second base. That's a smart hitter. No reason to swing with no strikes at a hard breaking ball or a fastball low and away.
Strike 2.
Pottstown had some talent. We talked about Piazza and the boys, but Bobby Shantz, American League MVP, graduate of Pottstown High, along with Howie Bedell, Dave and Dick Ricketts. Can't forget about them. I have some good trivia type information on one of the Ricketts.
And that's lined into right field for a base hit.
That's what Hicks does. Now we get to see him run. But did you know that Dick Ricketts of Pottstown was one of 13 people in history to be drafted or to play in both the NBA and the Major League Baseball. He was the #1 pick in the NBA draft.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I got to meet Bobby Shantz
at
the Philly Card Show back in March.
Yeah, I blessed to meet him as well. When I was head coach at Pottstown, we had him throw out the opening pitch. Did you see Ichiro's opening pitch?
Yes.
93 miles per hour. The catcher had no gear on. The guy's throwing 93.
And he goes. Here's the throw down to second. Ooh, they got him. That's the first time he's been caught all year.
All year.
Great throw by Chikota to nab the stealing Hicks.
Wow. We are seeing some catcher play today. Two beautiful throws by the catchers in today's game. Again, Hicks was 14 out of 14 perfect. Not anymore.
So Sean Pillay at the bat. Now with nobody on base and 2 outs. Strike called.
Did you know that Pottstown's also in the Cooperstown Baseball Hall of Fame? Do you know what for?
I don't.
Back in the day when Bedell and the Ricketts played, Pottstown High School won 48 games in a row, which was the world record. It may still be the world record. And they have a plaque in Cooperstown.
Well, the Tampa Bay Rays are going after that record. Fouled off, 1 and 2.
Man, how do you explain? Every year in baseball, there are things that are just defy probability. Now we get our Phillies going a little bit.
Here's DeMayo's 1-2 pitch. Fouled away again. Nice little at bat here by Pillay.
We're situated in such a great area in this part of the state where we can go see the Phillies. We can go to Reading and see some minor league ball. Go to Lehigh Valley. Have you been to Coca-Cola Park?
I have. I love it.
Yeah.
I always get always bring a towel and sit on the berm.
Yep, sit on a blanket. My mom loves that place.
Looking, and the ump says he did not go on a pitch just off the outside of the plate. 2 and 2.
It's a nice ballpark up in Limeport, Pennsylvania. Have you ever?
I have, yes.
Yeah, that's a former minor league ballpark.
And that one is hit down the right field line. That's a fair ball.
Wow.
Little trouble by the right fielder there, Terleski, but, by the right fielder, Bacella. But he does come up with it. So a single for Pillay with 2 outs, and that'll bring up the shortstop, Evan Drucker.
Great story about that Limeport Park. It's about 463 to center, uphill. And I played 2 years there, 2 full summers. And they told me it used to be minor leagues here. Willie Mays played in center field. I said, I got to play at least 1 inning in center field. The sacred territory where the greatest player ever played.
They picked him off.
Wow.
That was a great move. So, Drucker will lead off the 4th inning because Sean Pillay is picked off to end the 3rd. And in that 3rd inning, no runs on 2 hits, no errors, none left. That's an odd one. At the end of 2.5, 2-1, Pope John Paul.
Welcome to the beautiful historic Reading Country Club, now open to the public. Play the same course that Snead, Hogan, and Hagen played. Designed back in 1923 by renowned golf architect Alex Finlay, the Reading has 18 championship holes. Now, after your round, just stop on by the Patio Grill for delicious food and a nice ice-cold beverage. Why not book your organization's next outing at the Reading Country Club? Hey, and by the way, check out the weekly exciting leagues. It's memorable now at the Reading. For more information, just check out the website, ReadingCCGolf.com.
Hi, it's Rob with Keystone Window. Inflation got you? Make sure you call those other companies with free windows. When you call, ask if you can get the free ones first, just to make sure it's such a great deal. That'll get them scrambling. We will never inflate prices just to say free. Keystone's Energy Star windows installed for up to $80 off. I will save you thousands. Call Keystone Window today, 267-308-2500. Better windows and honest price.
Need new windows, pick up the phone. Keystone.
Chase France leading off the third inning here. Pope John Paul up 2-1, looking to extend that lead. France popped out to first base his first time up. And the first pitch is inside. Ball one.
So we were talking stadiums there. Now, I understand you have an interesting story about Detroit Tiger Stadium.
Yeah, I was at the old Tiger Stadium with my wife as we watched the pitch go outside 2-0. And I was standing near home plate, and I commented to my wife, just think, Ty Cobb used to stand there.
You were down on the field?
I was standing right near the field, but not on the field.
Oh, okay.
And there happened to be an usher there. 2-0 pitch, fouled away, 2-1. Happened to be an usher there hearing me, and he said, well, young man, because I was young back then.
Right.
Young man, when Ty Cobb played here, the field was actually reversed. So what is home plate here was actually center field,
Right.
and what's center field is now home plate.
Wow.
2-1 pitch. 3-1. So I turned to my wife and I said, just think, Ty Cobb used to bat way up there.
Oh, God, that's a great story.
But yeah, my wife and I try and get to all the stadiums. We've been to most of them. Handful we haven't hit yet. And that's grounded down to first and past the first baseman into right field for a base hit.
No kidding. One of my friends retired, and him and his wife traveled the country going to every major league stadium. So you've been out on the West Coast, Dodger Stadium, all the...
Yeah, we actually, back in 2019, we flew into San Diego, caught a Padres game on a Friday night, Dodgers game on a Saturday night, an athletics game on Sunday afternoon,
weekend.
Caught a Giants game on Monday night, and then up to Seattle for a Wednesday night till up there.
I'm so jealous.
All we missed was the Angels.
Oh, my God, that's fantastic.
That was a great trip. Throw to first base back
My
in plenty
happy
of time.
meter would be through the roof.
It was.
Jeez.
It was. And it was Bert Campanera's bobblehead day in Oakland
Oh,
as well.
my goodness. Jeez, you're giving me ideas for retirement now.
Took a friend who lives in Hollywood to the Dodgers game with us. Had a grand time there. Got a Dodger dog. That, I think, is off the bat. No.
No, you
That
got
hit
hit
the
in
batter.
back,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, from 370 feet away, it looked like it hit the bat.
Final quick story on Reading Stadium. My son and I, 2007, go sit right behind home plate. Get there early. Who comes down and sits right next to me? Dallas Green.
How about that?
9 innings with Dallas Green, shoulder to shoulder. I learned more. I started taking notes.
Brilliant man, Dallas Green. Brilliant. The only time Philadelphia ever rooted for Dallas. Don't even say Dallas Goddard. I know. That'll bring up Billy Fitzgerald, the DH. He tripled his last time
Yeah,
up.
this kid has power. Swings a big bat. Got a chance to drive in some runs here.
Here's the pitch, and it swung
Yeah,
it
he
down.
takes a nice cut at the ball. Got those long lever arms. But again, it's 380 down the left field line. 370 to center. The wind is blowing out. 330 down the right field line.
So here's Mickevich's 0-1 pitch to Fitzgerald. Down in the dirt. Nice scoop there by Pelé.
Yeah, they're using the Spalding Pro baseball, which is a raised seam ball, unlike the major leagues. Easier to throw a curveball with this high school baseball.
Which is interesting because I remember growing up, we tried to dissuade kids from throwing curveballs.
Well, after your pubescent growth spurt, you're fine. If you throw it correctly mechanically, it's the kids that are 11 or 12 or 10 throwing breaking ball before their bones have developed. That's a problem.
Yeah, I've seen some nasty curveballs in high school play, thus making high school ball more big league than big league ball.
Yeah.
McCavich, 2-1 pitch. Up high, 3-1.
This is a critical juncture here. Pottstown needs to keep it close.
They've played very well so far. Very
Yeah,
tight
they're playing
defensively.
above their heads there. I mean, you know, I'm not going to lie. Pope John Paul is the heavy favorite here, but somebody forgot to tell Pottstown that.
Mm-hmm. It's lined hard into left field for foul ball, though.
And what I've seen through my 20 years of doing this with Gus and PCTV, teams that play on television play better, play up. So, you know, if this game's not televised, who knows? It might be a 10-run rule after 4 innings. But they got juice. The kids got excited when they found out they were going to be on TV.
I would be. I know I used to get excited playing under the lights. That was a big deal for me. And that's lined into center field for a base hit. Simon's all over it. Picks it up, throws it to his cutoff man. But we will get a run in for Pope John Paul. Coming around to score Chase France, his first run of the season. 3-1, Pope John Paul.
So, car stories on PCTV. I've been doing it for many years. It's a good advertising tool for the business. Plus, I enjoy doing it. I enjoy sharing the shop and the different things that you should know about your car with people. If you need a place to highlight your business, call Gus at PCTV and check it out. It's a good way to inform people about your business. You'll get new customers from it, and you can share your knowledge of your particular trade.
Yakalak Construction, serving the Tri-County area since 1946. Family owned, free estimates, all types of concrete work, sidewalks, foundations, steps, curbs, and more. Professional service and quality. Give them a call, 610-323-8134.
So that'll bring up the right fielder, T.J. Bocella, in this 3-1 ball game.
And the classic first and third situation.
Yeah, Desio on third and Fitzgerald on first.
Yeah, we did 10 minutes every day of every practice I ever coached on the first and third situation. Let's see how this is handled right here.
McCavich in the stretch. The pitch. Runner going, and a throw right back to him. And the runner from third not breaking, so stolen base for Fitzgerald.
Yeah, see, first he threw a curveball, so right away it's an easy stolen base. They choose to not even throw down. They throw back to the pitcher. I would have at least pumped to third, stepped off, anything, throw over to first, but they just give it. That was too easy.
For Fitzgerald, his 5th steal of the year, and lined in the left field for a base hit. That's going to score 2. So throw coming in to third base. 5-1, Pope John Paul.
Yeah, the ball's up. When the ball's up and they can see it, their eyes get big. Roll those wrists over. Nice at bat.
That'll bring up the left fielder, Luke Terleski. Luke grounded to second his first time up.
One of my favorite players last fall. All-state quarterback as a sophomore.
Throw back to first.
Chris Petro's got to be, I don't know if he's got anybody in the bullpen, but he's got to be close to making a change here.
Yeah, I can't see the bullpen. I do see a young man warming up.
Yeah, I saw a head over there.
Just like stretching, but I don't see anybody throwing.
But Coach Petro, graduate of Pottsgrove High School, Westchester University. He played on a Pottsgrove Junior Legion state runner-up. Loves baseball.
McCavich throws outside.
He coaches his son on the Boyertown travel team during the summer, which is a difficult decision because I always wanted to coach my team in the summer. So I went right at the end of the school year. I coached my team Legion ball right on through the summer. And I felt like we made there was a lot of growth in the summertime.
Here's the pitch. Called strike.
Now, these Pope John Paul kids, they come from all over geographically, so they're not going to play together in the summer. The kids that I had when I coached at Pottstown Legion, it was a combination of Pius, Pottsgrove, and Pottstown. You get a pretty good team when you combine 3 high schools in the summer.
And some alliteration there with your P's.
Yeah.
And that is hit into right field, into left field, excuse me. Caught by Hicks. And that's 1 away.
Yeah, Sunstrom Field in Pottstown's a beautiful venue to play.
That'll bring up the catcher, Brendan Chikota. Brendan was hit by a pitch his first time up.
Saw Springford defeated defending champion O&J the other day. So we did the championship game last spring. Springford lost to O&J Roberts. That group from O&J, that Dean Mijos, I don't know if you've seen him.
I've not.
Oh, my goodness. Nobody going to pitch to him. He's a senior. They're pretty much walking him every time. He's already got a full ride to Coastal Carolina. He took the Norchester team to the State Legion title 2 years ago. He took O&J to the PAC title last year. He's a senior, and he's a hard worker, but nobody going to pitch to him.
And this one is lifted high in the air to left field. Hicks coming in hard, and he makes the catch. 2 away.
Pottstown's made some nice defensive plays today.
They have. They have. As I noted earlier, only 2 errors in their previous game. It's the first game that they had a fielding percentage in the 800s. Prior to that, all their fielding percentages were in the 700s. So.
Okay.
And definitely in this game, I don't think they have any errors. So
do I detect some analytics in that voice?
Yeah, a little bit. You know, keep the errors down. You keep the game close, right? Ball 1.
I have my Gatorade mixed at 80% efficiency.
Frank DeMeo has been hit by a pitch and walked his 2 times up. So officially does not have an at bat yet. And here's the pitch. And that is his first at-bat of the game and his first hit of the game. So DeMeo with a 2-out single puts runners at first and second for Noah Brandt.
As I mentioned earlier, the schedule's heavy. Pottstown, for example, Saturday at Exeter, Monday at Upper Perk at home, Wednesday Boyertown at home, Friday, Upper Marion at home. 3 home games next week.
And first pitch swinging, popped up into the infield. Second baseman goes back and makes the catch. That's Durstein with the catch there. And that will end the inning. So, on the inning, 3 runs on 1, 2, 3 hits, no errors, and 2 left. We're through 3, 5-1, Pope John Paul.
Hi, I'm Joe, and this is Chris, and many of you know us. And we'd like to welcome you to our new showroom here at 618 North Reading Avenue in Boyertown, where we offer Kohler faucets, Moen faucets as well, vanities, tubs, and many accessories.
Here we have an operating, high-efficiency, Energy Star rated American Standard furnace combined with a variable speed AC condenser. Let us install one today to start saving you money throughout the heating and cooling season.
Here at Patriot, we now offer kitchen and bath designs.
So come visit us today at 618 North Reading Avenue or visit our website at www.patriotmp.com.
At Superior Credit Union, we believe in growing stronger together. So we provide products and services to fit your financial needs and accommodate your busy lifestyle. With convenient services like home banking, e-deposits, account alerts, and a free coin counter for members. Come see why Superior Credit Union is growing. Visit any one of our 3 locations in Collegeville, Royersford, and our brand new location in Pottstown. Superior Credit Union.
For more than 50 years, Pottstown Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery has served its community with expert dental care, offering patients dental implants and a full menu of procedures for many types of dental problems, including bone grafting, wisdom teeth, impacted canines, facial trauma, jaw surgery, oral pathology, TMJ disorders, and sleep apnea. Get the smile you've always wanted. Contact Pottstown Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery today.
We slide to the top of the fourth in this 5-1 game. Pope John Paul with the lead. Evan Drucker leading off. He struck out his first time up. He was standing at home plate when Sean Pillay was picked off at first base to end the third inning, and he's first pitch swinging. Hit into right field, where it's caught by Bocella for the first out. One away. One pitch, one out. Bernie, I had a pitcher used to pitch for me when I played fast pitch softball who said a perfect game, 21 pitches, 21 outs.
Wow.
So those first pitch swinging, he never had a perfect game, but I'm just saying that was his version of a perfect game would be 21 pitches, 21 outs. Pitchers just love one pitch outs.
Wow.
And first pitch swinging is Gage Colvin. Gage grounded out to shortstop his first time up.
I played against Jamie Moyer when he was in college. He was a Souderton guy, and he was playing in the summer in the adult league I was in. Do you know in high school he threw 3 consecutive no-hitters?
Wow.
That's pretty awesome. And he doesn't throw hard.
I was going to say, in
81
the
mile
leagues,
an hour.
I don't think he touched 80 his
But
last
he never
couple
threw
seasons.
anything down the middle. It was so frustrating to bat against him.
Fouled away, 1-2.
And little did we know who he would become at the time, you know. But he was one of the top 3 pitchers in the league.
You know, fact check me on this. 260 career wins?
That's about right. Yeah.
That's a ridiculous amount of wins.
Yeah, surprising.
People say, oh, longevity, but you know what? Find me another guy that lasted that long, too. That's
just shows you the importance of location and the importance of change of speed.
Yep. So the umpires conferring about something here are umpires Mike Spirito and Glenn Rasp. Clarifying, I'm not sure if they're trying to get a ball in play or what's happening, but nevertheless, it's a 1-2 count on Gage Colvin. We still have Frank DeMeo pitching. He came in relief in the second inning. Now working the top of the fourth.
You ready for a U.S. piping trivia question?
Sure.
Don Drysdale held the longtime record of most consecutive scoreless innings.
Yes.
58 2/3. Howie Bedell of Pottstown ended his streak.
Yes.
With a sacrifice fly.
Yes.
Who went on to break the record and currently holds the record most consecutive scoreless innings at 59?
Okay. Well, there's a ball to make it 2-2. I can tell you that Howie Bedell had 1 RBI the entire 1968 season, and it was that RBI.
As a Philly.
That was it.
Tony Taylor scored on the sac fly, but who holds the all-time record 59 innings in a row?
And line straight to the shortstop, Fiorella, for the second out. No, I think I got this one. It's a Dodger, and I believe it's that Oral Hershiser.
Correct answer. Good job.
I remember watching that happen. Oral was quite a pitcher.
1988.
Yeah, that was a World Series year for the Dodgers.
That's insane to have 59 innings in a row at the major league level without giving up a run of any kind, earned or unearned.
Reese Murphy swinging at the first pitch, strike 1. Yeah, the Dodgers had quite a season in 1988. Of course, everybody remembers the Kirk Gibson pinch hit home run in Game 1 against Dennis Eckersley, but that was quite a season, strike 2.
Boy, good downward plane on that last fastball.
Dodgers team beat a Mets team that everybody thought was going to be a dominant franchise for years to come, with Dwight Gooden, Ron Darling on that roster, Sid Fernandez. Here's a pop-up to the shortstop, and that is caught by Fiorello, and that's a 1-2-3 inning. So, no runs, no hits, no errors, none left. We move to the middle of the fourth inning, 5-1, Pope John Paul.
Butter Valley Golf Course, conveniently located in the quiet rural setting of Valley, PA, just off Route 100. One of the nicest, most affordable 18-hole course in the region. With changing elevations, challenging greens and scenic fairways, golfers of all ability levels are sure to enjoy their round. Butter Valley Golf Course is a great place to enjoy the game of golf with friends or family, young and old alike. Grab some buddies and grab a meal at the Runway Grill before or after your round. Butter Valley Golf Course.
Hi, it's Rob with Keystone Window. Inflation got you? Make sure you call those other companies with free windows. When you call, ask if you can get the free ones first, just to make sure it's such a great deal. That'll get them scrambling. We will never inflate prices just to say free. Keystone's Energy Star windows installed for up to $80 off. I will save you thousands. Call Keystone Window today, 267-308-2500. Better windows and honest price.
Need new windows? Pick up the phone. Keystone.
At O'Donnell, Weiss & Mattei, our team approach makes all the difference.
Negotiating and evaluating the strengths and weaknesses of a case are one of the most important aspects of family law.
The team approach gives you a competitive advantage, and there's a lot at stake, so you need an experienced family lawyer.
I'm here to lay out all your options so that you can make the most informed choice. I feel really great when a client says to me, I couldn't have done it without you.
OWM Law.
Your life,
your business, your law firm.
5-1 Pope John Paul as we move to the bottom of the fourth inning. Mikavich in his fourth inning of work here for Pottstown. He's worked his way in and out of trouble and held this this Pope John Paul team to 5 runs so far. This team that came back from a 2-run deficit in the 7th inning against Methacton the other day to tie the game up, and then 4 in the top of the 8th to win that game.
Want to mention all our fans out there, check us out on the YouTube channel. Just go on YouTube, search the PCTV network. We appreciate it, your sponsorship, and it's free. All you have to do is subscribe on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button. There's a nice base hit up the middle. Hit the subscribe button. He's going to go for extra bases.
He is. Kenning going into second as Simons gets the ball in.
But you go on, you subscribe, and you can watch. You got football games going back 9-10 years, all our sporting events. We got pro wrestling on there. This game's on there. So go on the YouTube channel, search the PCTV network, and hit subscribe. It's free, and it will help promote local sports on TV in our area.
And Kenning will cede to a pinch runner. And the pinch runner is number 22. High, who I think pitched yesterday, or pitched the other day, I should say, that aforementioned game against Methacton. And High will head on down to third base. So we have Chase France at the plate. He's 1 for 2. Singled and scored a run in the third with a chance to knock in a run here.
And he's got bat speed. You look at the height of the foul ball, and just to the human eye, really like what I saw in that last swing. I watched the game with a Dodger scout once in the Lehigh Valley, and he said the number one thing he checks is the height of the foul balls. He can tell, it tells him right then and there bat speed.
And that is hitting the right, poked the pitch right where it was into right field for an RBI single. Blake High comes home to score the 6th run for Pope John Paul, 6-1.
Pottstown hanging around. A lot of people thought this would be a 10-run rule after 3 or 4 innings. You know, this is the number 1 team in all of District 1, Class 4A, the team in white, Pope John Paul. How about this? We also have the number 1 team in all of District 1, Class 6A, the Springford Rams. So a lot of good baseball being played in the pack.
And it looks like they are motioning to the bullpen for somebody. We'll try and get a number for you here in a moment. And we'll be right back.
At O'Donnell, Weiss & Mattei, Our team approach makes all the difference.
Negotiating and evaluating the strengths and weaknesses of a case are one of the most important aspects of family law.
The team approach gives you a competitive advantage, and there's a lot at stake, so you need an experienced family lawyer.
I'm here to lay out all your options so that you can make the most informed choice. I feel really great when a client says to me, I couldn't have done it without you.
OWM Law.
Your life,
Your business, your law firm.
Looking for family-friendly, pet-friendly waterproof floors? Carpet One has you covered. With a huge selection of waterproof flooring, including luxury vinyl, laminate, tile, and introducing Oath by Resista, the next generation of waterproof carpets. Soft, lush, and ultra tough. Spill, soil, and bleach resistant. With a 10-year no exclusions warranty. Carpet One Floor and Home, your choice for waterproof flooring.
So Gabe Hicks coming into pitch now. He's pitched 2 innings so far this season, coming out of left field, and going into left field is Drew Bunning. I'm assuming he will bat in the spot vacated by David Mikavich, the pitcher, who pitched 3 plus. The runner at first, his responsibility, and Hicks' first pitch is a ball. This is A.J. Diodesio batting right now. He is 1 for 1 with a hit by pitch, and he scored a couple runs. And here's Hicks' pitch. Runner breaking, and he'll steal second easily as the ball gets past the catcher. So a stolen base for Chase France. I'm sorry, that is not Chase France. They've changed players on us here. I'll get you that player in a moment. That is Segura. So Aiden Segura now in for Chase France. And Hicks pitch. And Segura steals third. Ball gets past the third baseman, and that's going to be the first error of the game. And it's going to result in a run, 7-1, Pope.
That's what when you say coaches want to put pressure on the opponent's defense, make them throw the ball around. And that's going to happen. And you can manufacture runs.
So Segura steals 2 bases in that sequence and then scores from third on the errant throw from the catcher, Pelé. Foul back.
Ooh, we'd love to have that pitch back. Middle in, up.
Hicks delivers outside, and that'll make the count full.
Yeah, Coach DeLuzio and this Pope John Paul team have set their sights higher. They lost in the district playoffs last year to the eventual champion, New Hope Soulsbury, by a score of 6-5. That's how their season ended. This team is better. I will not be surprised if they win the district title, punch their ticket to states at Class 4A level. They can make some noise. Pottstown in a little bit of a rebuilding mode, but I'll give all the credit in the world to Chris Petro. He loves the game. He loves these kids. They play hard for him.
And here's Hicks' pitch. And that's a called strike 3.
And I would be remiss without mentioning Owen J. Roberts won their first ever, all the success they've had, winning state titles, going to state championships. They never won the district championship until last year. Dean Mijos and the group. Greg Gilbert, congratulations, their first ever district championship last spring, Class 6A level.
Billy Fitzgerald takes outside. He's 2 for 2 with a triple and a single, 2 runs scored. Also drove in a run with that triple. And drove in 2 with that single, so 3 RBIs. The 1-0 is high, 2-0.
Yeah, looking for a 3-hit day. That's a good day. Watching that energy on the bench at Pope John Paul. He had 58 kids out for baseball. They're up, they're walking around, they're verbal.
And that is line. That is a 3-hit day. Into center field. Tossed back in by Simons. And a runner at first base with 1 away.
Boy, he turned on that nice. Rolled the wrist over. Got that top hand over. Rifled it up the middle.
Hands his batting gloves to the coach.
You know, back in the day, we didn't have batting gloves. In high school, you would spit on your hands and grab some dirt. That was your batting gloves.
TJ Bocella at the plate.
How about you?
I never wore batting gloves, Bernie. Never.
I got introduced to them when I was 26 years old in the adult leagues, and I wore double batting gloves for the rest of my career, the next 20 years. But high school, forget about it. The equipment.
And the runner breaking.
How about the catch? How about the equipment they wear just to bat now at the major league level? A tricep pad, elbow pad, shin pad, foot pad. You got to take 4 or 5 pads off if you get a walk to go to first base.
They look like a veritable armadillo up there. And Fitzgerald back.
And the catching equipment. I used to pitch and catch in high school, and there was no helmet for the catcher. You just turned your cap backwards, got an old school face mask that somebody got in a yard sale, a tiny little chest protector, tiny little shin guards. Now these guys are like hockey goalies.
And not the hockey goalies who didn't wear a mask back in the day. It swings through a pitch and no throw. Stolen base by Fitzgerald.
Yeah, I was watching Bernie Perrant the other night on YouTube. Things have changed. For the better, I guess, but...
So Fitzgerald at second. 7-1, Pope John Paul leads Pottstown here in the bottom of the 4th inning, 1 away.
Yeah, they got to be careful here. There's a 10-run rule in the PIAA.
And that is hit in the right field as he goes with the pitch. It's going to drop in front of the right fielder for a hit. And that'll put runners at the corners. Bernie, you talked about this earlier.
Yep, and that's good base running. The runner on second base waited, got about 25 feet off the bag. He had to wait to see if the right fielder was going to catch the ball in the air. He saw it hit the ground. He takes third. There's no reason to break on that.
And that brings up Luke Terleski, the left fielder. He's 0 for 2 today.
Boy, we get Terleski hits a home run like he did the other day against Methacton. We're, what, 1 run away from a 10-run roll.
So Terleski in that game against Methacton, 2 for 3 with a triple in addition to that home run.
Yeah.
2 runs scored, 2 RBI, and he walked in the game as well.
What a slugging percentage, a triple and a homer.
Runner breaking, and the throw goes directly to third.
Okay, I'm okay with that. Coach Petro, that was a snap throw to third, too. Yeah, this kid Terleski, one of the most exciting athletes in both sports, football and baseball.
And Hicks steps off.
Interesting, he bats left-handed, but on the football field, he throws right-handed.
Oh, okay. Now here's the pitch, and it is hit out into right field. This will be the, to left field, excuse me, first attempt for Bunning as he makes the catch, and that'll be scored as a sacrifice fly, and that'll make our score 8-1. Pacella holds second on that play.
Manufacture runs, a sac fly, a weapon.
Drew Bunning played that well. Nothing he could do about trying to get the base runner at home, though. And that'll bring up, so that is sacrifice fly. 2 outs. Bring up the catcher, Brendan Chikota. And the coach as well.
Coach Petro not happy.
So he's going to talk to Mike Spirito and Glenn Rasp about something.
We have an umpire conference.
Any speculation what's going on, Bernie?
I can't imagine. It was, it was a sac fly. Maybe he's going to say that he left early.
But there's a way to appeal that. You don't need to
Yeah.
go to the umpires for that. You just appeal that.
Yeah.
So
They're talking it over, so
I mean, we're far away from the players. Very difficult to read the numbers. I assume that they batted in order.
I think it's related to the sac fly. But like you say, you would have the pitcher step off.
Yeah.
He would jog over and underhand toss to the third baseman, tag third base.
Yeah, prior to any pitch being thrown.
Right, and then you would be called out. So it appears that that will not be the case. The umpires talked it over, but I don't believe Coach Petro is going to get his way here. He knows the game. He's a smart guy. Two umpires at the league level, and as you get into districts and states, you'll have 3 or 4 umpires. Have you ever umpired?
I have. I umpire a little bit on the side. I do mostly U10 and U12 girls softball games, so very laid back.
Okay.
Parents just happy to have an umpire, so I don't get yelled at very much. But it's an enjoyable time, and I love watching girls at that level enjoy a love and appreciation for the game.
First game I ever umpired was at the Perk School, high school game. Guys throwing in the low 90s. I was like, man, where'd this guy come from? He was from Dominican Republic.
Well, the problem seems to have been resolved one way or the other. So here we are now resetting the game for you. 8-1, Pope John Paul, 2 outs. The runner at second is TJ Bacella. And the batter at the plate is Brendan Chikota. And, hit by a pitch, which means that poor Bacella, who had third base stolen, is going to have to go back to second. And he's wondering why Brendan didn't just get out of the way. But that'll put runners at first and second, and that'll bring up the leadoff hitter, Frank DeMeo, who is 1 for 1 with a walk and a hit by pitch.
So we're at 8-1 now?
We are.
So a home run here would end the game.
Well, I think they would still get the top of the 5th. I think there'd still be a 5th inning.
I thought it was after 3.
3 is 15. 15 runs after 3, 10 after 5.
Okay. I like that he's making him wait if he looks runnerish. I really advocate a pitcher to be a pain in the butt. Step off, throw to second, make him wait. Runners hate that. Quick pitch him.
Yeah. I was thinking the same thing.
It's mental. Baseball's a mental sport. Can't just give him third base here.
Yogi Berra said baseball is 90% mental. The other half is physical.
Oh, you're getting into the yogiisms now.
Oh, gee,
okay,
Yogi.
I got the book.
It gets late early out here. I used to go to that restaurant, but nobody goes in there anymore. It's too crowded.
What did he win, like 10 World Series?
He won a bunch. Here's the pitch. And
another hit by pitch.
That is a hit batsman, yep.
Yeah.
Again, from this angle, Bernie, I'm thinking that the bat's getting hit, but that's obviously not what happened.
Yeah, I have Yogi as maybe the 3rd or 4th greatest catcher of all time.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I have Bench 1, Pudge 2, Piazza 3, Yogi 4.
Okay. Yeah, it's tough to argue that. Campanella, maybe if he'd have been able to continue his career,
yeah,
maybe would have been in there.
The real argument we have, my friends and I, is the top 3 outfielders of all time. Would you go with Ruth, Mays, and Aaron? If you do, how can you leave Mickey Mantle off that list?
Or Ted Williams.
Yeah, I can barely draw the line above Ted Williams, but if you had to pick Aaron or Ruth, or you can't take Willie Mays off that, Aaron or Ruth or Mantle, who would you leave out?
Well, you know, you'd have a pretty good argument made by some of the younger guys for Barry Bonds as well.
Oh, well, there's an asterisk next to that name.
And a wild pitch. All the runners advance. Safe at home on the slide is Bocella, and it's 9-1.
Good aggressive running, a feet-first slide, which is becoming much more popular now. I know you like that.
I do. I hate to see players sliding into home plate head first for certain.
Yeah.
You know, you're going up against a catcher with all that gear with your fingers. You go in there with your feet, you can do some damage.
And you know what? A hook slide at home plate is a dangerous slide. Often the catcher will miss the tag.
Yeah.
He's not expecting a hook slide.
Yep. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the head first slide at any base.
I like it at the bases, but not at home plate.
Yeah. And here's the pitch, and that's going to be hit right out toward us and just over Simon's head. It's going to be all the way to the fence, and under the fence, Simon's... What's up, bud?
Good call by the umpire. He's going to come out
He's
here.
going to come out and look at it. He doesn't
He's
want
saying,
to
don't
touch it. He's going to check it out to make sure.
Well played by the Pottstown center fielder to not touch the ball. And this is good umpiring.
Yep.
Going to come out here and make sure that it did go under.
Okay.
So it's a
So
ground
it is
rule double.
Indeed a 2-run hit. And so that will make our score 11-1.
So Pottstown will get the bat in the fifth, but if they don't score a run, the game will be over.
And of course, this inning isn't over yet either. And
Right.
so Noah Brandt with the double there. That's his second double of the game.
But Daniel Simmons, number 3, the Pottstown center fielder, with a cerebral play there to not go clawing after the ball. Boy, that ball really carried. They've got to keep it at 10 here and get this final out and hope that they can manufacture a run in the top of the 5th, or they're on the bus ride home.
So I don't see the number, Bernie, but my my score sheet shows that Blake High came in for Brendan Kenning. So I'm thinking that this is Blake High batting. We'll see if that's the case when we can see a number.
With the score being what it is, I'm not surprised Kenning was removed after he got his foot stepped on at first base. He was in considerable pain.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of the best players in the league.
Yeah, if you missed it, that was back in the second inning. The leadoff hitter, Gage Colvin, grounded to short, but spiked inadvertently. Certainly didn't mean to do it. Stepped on Kenning as he was trying to beat the throw to first. And they had to stop the game for a little while to tend to Kenning. And he stayed in, but now has been pulled in favor of High.
You know, there's a new rule in high school baseball this year that you are now allowed to wear jewelry.
Oh, okay. I did not know that. I know my girls always had to take off their earrings. Is that still a rule? Do you know? Because I would think
jewelry is allowed in the PIAA for baseball. I don't know about softball.
Yeah. It just seems to me like earrings might be just a danger, you know, to get something that might impale you in the head if you get hit with a ball.
I never pitched the game without the cross around my neck. I can't imagine that.
Okay. And that is hit foul down the right. Oh, no, that fell fair. Just down the right field line. That's a double. It just scooped right inside the line. Confirming it is indeed Blake High with an RBI double. His teammates are very happy about that as well.
They're having fun. As I mentioned a few innings ago, they're all standing over there. They're verbal. They're high-fiving each other. Pottstown's played hard, but Pope John Paul has they got something contagious going on there. This is a team that I'm predicting right now early on. I think they'll win District 1, and I think they're going to go to states and maybe win a couple games.
Well, Hicks is handing the ball over to his coach, and I think that's going to be all for him. And To put a bow on Blake High's hit, that is his first hit of the season.
Wow.
He's now 1 for 2 this year.
500 batting average.
So we'll be back with the pitching change in just a moment.
For more than 50 years, Pottstown Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery has served its community with expert dental care, offering patients dental implants and a full menu of procedures for many types of dental problems, including bone grafting, wisdom teeth, impacted canines, facial trauma, jaw surgery, oral pathology, TMJ disorders, and sleep apnea. Get the smile you've always wanted. Contact Pottstown Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery today.
At Superior Credit Union, we believe in growing stronger together. So we provide products and services to fit your financial needs and accommodate your busy lifestyle. With convenient services like home banking, e-deposits, account alerts, and a free coin counter for members. Come see why Superior Credit Union is growing. Visit any one of our 3 locations in Collegeville, Royersford, and our brand new location in Pottstown. Superior Credit Union.
12-1, Pope John Paul here in the bottom of the 4th. And on to pitch, Daniel Simons. Moving into center field is Hicks. Oh, the pitcher's number 2, I'm being told. That would be Evan Drucker. And that one is hit a long way. All the way to the fence.
Boy, this could be an inside the park home run.
Yeah, it could
Depends
be.
if they can hit
Comes
the
the
cutoff.
throw. Trying to hit the cutoff, and they're going to send him.
He's going to try for an inside the
They're
park.
going to send him, and he is safe.
Oh, my
inside the park
goodness.
home run for Aiden Segarra.
Wow, our first ever on PCTV. Inside the park home run. Steve, that ball is out of any ballpark in the league except this one. It's 380 down the line. He put a charge in that baseball.
So congratulations to Aiden Segarra on that home run.
Woo. Man, that was nice. I mean, you go down to Citizens Bank Ballpark, that ball's out of here. It is.
Yeah, you're right.
That's about a couple rows up in left field.
You're right.
But here it's not because it's 380 down the line.
So they're checking third base. Wait. No. Okay.
He did stumble a
I
little.
thought they were checking third to see if he missed third, but
yeah, he did stumble
the third
a
baseman
little.
wasn't standing at third, so I guess it was not an appeal.
I don't think the coach would have sent him had the score been closer. He's like, what the heck? Go for it.
So Drucker's pitch to A.J. Diadeza is a ball.
Yes.
A.J. is 1 for 2 with a single and a hit by pitch.
As I mentioned, they're only Class 4A, Pope John Paul, but 58 kids out for baseball. Another shot ripped to left. The defending state champion, Class 4A, is Newcastle. But it looks like New Hope Soulberry will be their primary challenger in District 1.
So that'll bring up Billy Fitzgerald, who singled earlier in this inning. Also singled in the third and tripled in the second. He came into this game with 4 base hits. He's vying for his 4th right now.
That's a big day, 4 hits. Wow. Yeah, the ball's carrying. I mean, it's not Colorado Rocky or Wrigley Field carrying, but the warm air, the low humidity, 9-mile-per-hour wind blowing to dead center.
And that ball gets past the catcher, Pillay, and scooting on down to second to Dezo.
I see the guys are still wearing the metal spikes.
And correction, that is not Deodezo. That is number 21. I'll get a name for you here in a moment. And meanwhile, a single to center field. Runner holds at third. So Fitzgerald with a 4-hit day. And that'll bring up TJ Bocella. Checking on number 21 on the roster here. Did get a sheet. That's Mike Rulo at third base. Mike Rulo. And so, Bocella steps in. 9 runs in this inning already. And to your point earlier, Bernie, we are now in a situation where the mercy rule is 15 runs after the 3rd inning. And so if they should go up by 15, the game will end instantly. So we have that base runner at first base as that run.
And that's good courtesy, not running the guy at first base now. Normally, in a closer game, he would steal second.
And that pitch gets away, and he will take second.
Yeah,
there.
a pass ball, wild pitch, no problem. But if he steals second base there, that would not go over well in the coaching staff for Pottstown.
As a coach for my girls, it was tough to teach them that, how to take the foot off the gas. Here's a ground ball short, throwing to first base. No way. Wow, that's a quick run in Bocella right there.
Good job taking third on the throw. When you're on second base and you get a deep ground ball, you wait for the throw, you take third base.
So that was in at shortstop Daniel Simons. He had no chance there. It just, Bocella way too fast for him. And that'll bring up Luke Terleski. And if my count is correct here, Bernie, let me just double check myself here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That's 15 runs, so that runner at third base would end the game.
And the dangerous Terleski at the plate.
And Terleski, oddly enough, has been held hitless.
He changed speed there, a little circle change. Perfect location. Terleski was thinking fastball all the way.
Here's the pitch, and that is hit very high. Hicks under it and makes the catch. So in the inning, 10 runs on 10 hits, 1 error, 2 left. We move to the top of the 5th. It's 15-1 Pope John Paul.
Welcome to the beautiful historic Reading Country Club, now open to the public. Play the same course that Snead, Hogan, and Hagen played. Designed back in 1923 by renowned golf architect Alex Finley, the Reading has 18 championship holes. Now, after your round, just stop on by the Patio Grill for delicious food and a nice ice-cold beverage. Why not book your organization's next outing at the Reading Country Club? Hey, and by the way, check out the weekly exciting leagues. It's memorable now at the Reading. For more information, just check out the website, readingccgolf.com.
Looking for family-friendly, pet-friendly, waterproof floors? Carpet One has you covered. With a huge selection of waterproof flooring, including luxury vinyl, laminate, tile, and introducing Oath by Resista, the next generation of waterproof carpets. Soft, lush, and ultra tough. Spill, soil, and bleach resistant. With a 10-year no exclusions warranty. Carpet One Floor and Home, your choice for waterproof flooring.
The handsome one is Bernie Gallagher. I'm Steve Caravetis, and we're here in Royersford on this gorgeous Friday afternoon. Bernie, I can't imagine anything I'd rather be doing right now than calling this game with you. This has been a great, great day.
Yeah, and we're seeing one of the best teams in District 1 in Class 4A, Pope John Paul. A gritty Pottstown team. It's a rebuilding year for the Trojans, but I really like the energy that Chris Petro exudes from that dugout. You know, it was before that 9 or 10 run inning there. We had a close ball game.
Yeah, it was a good game. It was a good game, and really it was a lot of just good, solid base hits. A lot of hit batsmen as well, but definitely not sloppy field play. It was only one error today by Pottstown, so they're really starting to get it together here on defense. Now see if they can get the bats going against new pitcher Gio Sarmento for Pope John Paul.
I'll reiterate, Coach Rick Pennypacker, Pottsgrove, going into the Pottsgrove Hall of Fame on Saturday, April 22nd at 12 noon at Pottsgrove High School. Everyone's invited. Get over there and see the legend inducted into the Pottsgrove Hall of Fame.
This is Drew Bunning is batting. It's his first time up. He came in to the lineup to replace David McKevich when he was removed from the game as the pitcher. Drew playing in left field.
The assistant coaches for Pottstown, Ron Petro, Jemai Springfield, and Nate Camacho. Always like to mention them. They do a tremendous job. And the assistant coaches for Pope John Paul, Zach Smiley. Boy, there's a familiar name. Star for Springford High School.
Bunning caught on an off-speed pitch. One away.
Had a nice college career. His dad, Scott Smiley, coached with me at Pottstown.
So, all sorts of changes to the lineup. I'm not sure that we're going to be able to get to them all here for you.
That's why I brought my binoculars.
But we have Lockery out here in center field, right in front of us here, number 2.
Yeah, Pope John Paul. They'll go to 6-2 now. Go to 4-1 in the league. Their only loss in the league to defending champion Owen J. Roberts. They beat Pottsgrove. They beat Upper Marion. They beat Methacton. Big win over Methacton on the home run by Terleski.
Daniel Simon strikes out for the second out of the inning, and that brings up Kyle Corbin. Trying to keep Pottstown alive in this ball game.
The PJP bench has been productive. Dylan Simeone, Angelo Fiorella, Fitzgerald.
That's Jack Lockery out here in center field right in front of us, number 2.
And the Pottstown bench with Ethan Collins, Drew Bunning, Antoine Lofton, Jaden Gilmore, also doing a good job.
Corbin fouls it back.
Thanks to our managing director, Gus Tellis, and the PCTV network. Check us out on YouTube. A lot of exciting stuff, including professional wrestling.
Yes.
You see me get in a potential fight with a pro wrestler.
Did I hear that WWE is combined with UFC in some way?
I don't know, but I was ready to rock. The guy stealing my food. That's one way to get me excited.
Full count. So Gio Sarmento struck out Drew Bunning and Daniel Simons. And looking to put the finishing touches on this game for PJP. Here's his pitch. And the umpire calls it strike 3, and that will end the ball game. For Pottstown, no runs, no hits, no errors, none left. Our final score, 15-1, Pope John Paul over Pottstown.
At O'Donnell, Weiss & Mattei, our team approach makes all the difference.
Anyone entering a nursing home really should consult with an elder law attorney to see whether Medicaid is the appropriate option for them. It's really important to make sure that you have someone that's familiar with those rules, that works with those rules on a daily basis, that can guide you through the process. I specialize in elder law because I enjoy the clients that I work with, and I really like helping them find solutions for their problems.
OWM Law.
Your life, your business,
your law firm.
Yakalak Construction, serving the Tri-County area since 1946. Family owned, free estimates, all types of concrete work, sidewalks, foundations, steps, curbs, and more. Professional service and quality. Give them a call, 610-323-8134.
Butter Valley Golf Course, conveniently located in the quiet rural setting of Valley, PA, just off Route 100. One of the nicest, most affordable 18-hole course in the region. With changing elevations, challenging greens, and scenic fairways, golfers of all ability levels are sure to enjoy their round. Butter Valley Golf Course is a great place to enjoy the game of golf with friends or family, young and old alike. Grab some buddies and grab a meal at the Runway Grill before or after your round. Butter Valley Golf Course.
So 15-1 here in Royersford, Pope John Paul over Pottstown, but it was a close game early on. I mean, Pottstown jumped out, drew first blood, and held this thing tight for the first few innings, and then just got away from them.
Yeah, Pottstown had an early lead. They were down 4-1, 5-1, and then all of a sudden the big inning by Pope John Paul. But I really like the energy that Chris Petro exudes. I worked with him as directly as a full-time teacher for 5 years. The guy's all positive energy, never gives up, loves baseball. He's sitting over here, or he's got his team sitting on the grass about 60 feet away from us, and he's going to build on the positives. He's going to learn from the negatives. They're not going to give up. They're a Class 5A team. They've got 2 wins already. They were 2-0 out of the gate. Gabe Hicks, one of the top players in the league, at the top of their lineup. So you know, it's a rebuild mode. But there's no fussing, there's no fighting, they run on and off the field. They had a lot of defensive plays where the player just reached the ball and made some. It could have been way before that, but Pottstown's moving in the right direction.
They are, and those wins you talked about early in the year, they were mercy rule wins. So we know this team can score. We know that they can hit the ball. On the other side, PJP looking really good, top to bottom, even the bench. It was more of a bullpen game today, but they really looked solid top to bottom.
Yeah, 58 kids out for baseball. They're Class 4A. They play a 6A schedule. We've seen this before. You drop down 2 classes when you go to district and states, and, a 4-hit day by Fitzgerald. I'm a little concerned about the injury to Kenning, Brendan Kenning, their Gold Glove first baseman, 4-year starter, one of the top players in the league. He got the back of his heel stepped on by the runner at first base. So they did take him out of the game. We'll have to keep an eye on that injury. But fundamentals of hitting. Look for your location. I'm going to look middle in. If it's high and away, low and away, I'm not swinging. If it's a breaking ball, I'm not swinging. Very selective, level swings, rolling that top hand over. A lot of line drives. There must have been 12 or 13 line drive hits. We saw a couple balls that would have been out of Citizens Bank Ballpark with this Spalding baseball and these aluminum pads. Coach DeLuzio doing a nice job. They are also meeting now, and they're going to get ready for the big dogs. You're going to play, the O&Js and the Springfords. There's a really good chance they'll win their division. What does that mean at the end of the year? You got to go against one of the top teams in the state, Springford or O&J, if you want to win the conference. But a very impressive outing by Pope John Paul.
Well, it's been my pleasure. Our pleasure bringing this to you at home, and hopefully we get to do this a little more this year.
Sounds good.
Okay. Well, thank you, folks. And for Bernie Gallagher, I'm Steve Karabatis here at the PCTV Network. Have a great day.
Welcome to Theo's Gyros.
Hi, I'm Martha, and this is my brother Donnie. Our parents, Theo and Maria, started this business here at Quakertown Farmers Market 34 years ago. When they immigrated from Greece in 1979, they opened their first location on Broad Street in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania.
We've also been doing Music Fest and Celtic over the years.
Over the years, we've developed a great customer following and are known for having the best gyros. We use the freshest ingredients and make our own tzatziki sauce daily. Pair our gyro sandwich with fresh cut fries. Let's make them break and add feta cheese. Finish it off with a piece of baklava.
Hi folks, how are you today?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing well. How can I help you today?
I get a gyro, no onions.
Of course. Anything to drink for today?
I'll have a birch beer.
Yes, sir. We only have one size. Is that okay?
Yes.
Great. Any fries or pierogies for today?
Side fries.
Yes, sir. I'm Theo, and I help out my aunt and uncle at Theo's Gyros. My grandfather and my grandmother started this restaurant 30 plus years ago, and we're still going strong. Thank you for coming in.
I'd like to say, in my best Brooklyn accent, Theo's is the best. We've been coming here for 20 plus years, 35 miles from Clinton, New Jersey. We've been to Athens, my wife and I, and we asked for a gyro. And we concluded that Theo's was better, and we've told them. Theirs is the best. The service here is wonderful. Theo, little Theo, who's about 6 foot, Maria, Joy, Martha, and Don. You couldn't ask for better people. You leave here with a smile.
If you want the best gyros, come visit us in the Quakertown Farmers Market. Thank you so much, guys.
Kaliorexi.